Clarence Lee Jr. here, author of Well, My Mom Says, and creator of Impact, Purpose, and Destiny seminars. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about one of the things that is a common rebuttal when I talk to people about living their purpose or creating a destiny. And one of the main things that I hear is I'm waiting on the right time. When I ask people, what do you want to do with your life? What's your vision? Oh, it's like immediately they tell me with like no hesitation exactly what they want to do. They're very clear on what they want to do, but when is the time to do it? That's the question. So I'm going to offer some counter logic to conventional wisdom today, which is what I do a lot. Conventional wisdom says or implies that there may be a perfect time or an appropriate time. But honestly, there's no appropriate time. There's no perfect time. The time to do the right thing is always now. So here, why is timing so important? Everybody knows that they have obligations. Everybody knows they have things that they need to do. You may be on a path, going one direction and feel like, hey, I want to do something else. That timing or that fear of taking that step, that's never going to go away. It's always going to be there. Even after you take the step, there's still going to be fear. So I want you to actually ask yourself, and here's one of the exercises that got me to start taking action. What are you really afraid of? What are you afraid of? Because let's just face it, boil it down, it's fear. It's anxiety about something that might happen. Well, what is it that you're afraid of? And I want to spend some time on that, because when you start talking about what you're afraid of, and I'll just give you an example from my life. What if I go off and start doing this speaking and writing and all this stuff, and nobody buys my books and nobody listens to me? Okay, well, then I won't make any money, so I'll get kicked out of my house. Okay, all right, I lose my house, and then I won't have any money to eat, so then I'll starve. Okay, well then I'll starve. And then I'll be homeless, starving on the street, and a stray dog will bite me, And then I'm like on the street, homeless. The dog's bitten me. I don't have health insurance. And now I'm trying to figure out like how I'm going to get my cut fixed, right? I'm being a little funny about it, but I'm trying to make a point that as you dive down that hole and you go deeper and deeper to what would be the worst day, what would be the worst thing, it almost becomes comical because it's so unlikely that the worst thing is going to happen to you, right? So the exercise would be like this. What's the worst thing that can happen? Draw that out. What's worse than that? What's worse than that? What's worse than that? And then you'll see it's very unlikely. So for my case, I say, what if I go out there and I do it and I fail? Well, you know what? My plan B, I'll just go back to seeing patients. Wow. Right? Everybody is going to have that moment when you're doing this exercise. You say, well, you know what? It's really unlikely that that's going to happen. So why am I talking about that? Because I want to address the fears that keep people from taking steps, from taking action. So fear is one of the greatest tools that keeps people thinking small or keeps them in their lane. And when you let fear consume your thoughts, fear keeps you from taking action, even though action is the only thing that's going to bring about your vision, that's going to bring about your dream, is taking action in that lane, right? So we have to address the fear. Go down that lane. Write out everything, that's the worst possible thing, and even include a bird pooping on you or something. I mean, come on, include it all. And you will see how unlikely that is. So my argument to you is, your worst day is very unlikely. Even at the worst you fail, you can go back to your life now, right? I mean, so your fallback plan will be back to right where you are right now. The only difference is that you got out there and you tried and you took the steps and you took the action to bring about your purpose, all right? So get over the fear, believe in yourself, double down on you, take some action, even if they're baby steps, build momentum, And after I get 20 days, after I get 30 days, after I get a few months of that, then we'll see what's possible. I hope this brought value to you today. Comment down below on this video. I'd love to hear your comments or how you think about it or what's holding you back and help you kind of push through that. I love interacting with everyone, so I look forward to being of service to you on the next video. Take care.